afternoon, Angela. How are you today?
I'm so great, Bobby. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, thank you so much for being on with us today. For the people who don't know you, I'll give a short history and let you take it from there. Angela was just like normal real estate agents with the ups and downs of starting in real estate. But then, coupled with her husband, Chuck, they grew the largest independent brokerage in the world, selling over $2 billion worth of real estate a year, which is mind blowing to me. Over 900 agents in a single office. Can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. So, in 2001, I got my real estate license. And my very first day in real estate, I met my husband, which sounds so romantic, but it was actually, it was a really great story. And so I'll make an offer a little bit later in this podcast, but we ended up partnering up. And our first 9 months, 10 months in real estate was, excuse my French, a shit show. Literally, we entered into the real estate business with all of the odds against us. So we didn't have a roadmap. We didn't understand what to do every day. And so we struggled really hard and almost became part of that 90% of agents when you're new lose, right? They fail. And
Mhm.
thank God that didn't happen. And so we turned our business around. We ended up being one of the top real estate agents in production in the country. We ran a team that was the top one of the top teams in the country, and we opened up a real estate brokerage, ran it for 15 years. I'm actually sitting in the building that we ended our real estate brokerage career in, but we ended up growing it to 906 agents doing 6,000 transactions a year. And you said it, Bobby, we were doing like 2 billion a year in transactions in Arizona, which is not like a very, very high dollar, not where we live area, which is great. That's fine. But when we learned about EXP, like fully learned about EXP, because there's a whole story behind that, we ended up shutting down our brokerage, which everyone in the area thought we were crazy, like we had lost our minds. But they said, why have you done that? Anyway, we shut it down. And fast forward, I shut my brokerage down almost 3 years ago, not quite. So
So you
few
didn't.
months shy.
So you didn't
Few,
sell it off or anything
we
like
didn't sell it.
that.
We got no money for it. We just said, I am going to take this massive risk and shut our brokerage down. So fast forward, I'm almost 3 years into it. My husband's been in the business a little longer with EXP, another story. We have now built an organization 8 times its size, more than 8 times its size, in just 3.5 years. So I am so excited to talk to this audience about the power of making good decisions in your business. And I think we have a very unique perspective because I have literally coached and mentored thousands of agents, team leaders, people who are trying to build organizations, even broker owners, to be honest with you. And this is the best solution. So yeah, ask me some questions, Bobby.
Well, I can understand people thinking it's crazy to shut down a massive office that it's doing that much in production. Why go to EXP when you were getting the whole pie before and not having to pay commission splits or anything like
Mhm.
that?
That's a great question. So if there's anyone out there that's a broker owner or even a massive team leader, the next few statements are going to resonate with you. If you are an individual agent, that will probably resonate with you as well. So, okay, when we have been in the industry for so long, and the reason why we got into a brokerage ownership position was because we knew that there's a way that we can affect agents' lives. There's a way that we can help them to achieve their goals.
Mhm.
And so that's always been our drive. And we thought we were doing highest and best with our brokerage here in Chandler, Arizona, sitting in the office, right? But then we learned all of these pain points, and the industry is filled with pain points. And we realized that if I'm talking to a team leader and the team leader is saying to us, it's so hard. I train these agents and three things happen. They either suck, so they time suck me, or you know, they they are super successful. And so they say, Angela, thank you so much. Now I'm going to go build my own business. Or there's so many iterations of what happens. And so when we were looking at that whole process of what does a business owner say and what does a team leader say, as a broker owner, let me give you an example. I went into the business saying, I want to help agents. At the end of 15 years, I was helping agents personally, as a person, that much. And doing hiring of staff, firing of staff, um, review of paperwork, legal things, broker stuff. There was so many things that I started to do as a broker owner that I didn't sign up for in my mind as a broker owner, right? So I talk to, and it happens all the time. People start teams and they start brokerages with the same intention, mostly help agents make some money, right? Help
Yep.
agents make some money, leverage your time. Because as a real estate agent, you're exchanging time for money. I'm going to go show a buyer. I'm exchanging 8 hours for whatever. I'm, exchanging whatever. So that's how we started. By the end of 15 years, I was doing nothing that looked like that. And I was frustrated because I knew God had blessed us to be able to look at an agent, team leader, whatever, and say, what do you want to get? What do you want to do? How do you want to get there? I can help you. I know that for a fact. But as a broker owner, a large team leader, even as an individual agent who wishes they could possibly, I just talked to a woman today. She's a great producer. She wants to start a team, but you know what her worries are? How am I going to do that? I don't have the time to train and do all of these things. That's where we had the mind shift at EXP. We said, we got the end of 15 years, great business. Me and my husband, we were making bank. We were doing good.
Oh yeah.
But our agents, they were doing good if they were producing, but I knew they were on the hamster wheel. I knew they were. And it was hard. We had this one agent who came with us to EXP from our old brokerage. And she said, this changed our mindset. She said, yeah, I did really awesome here. I've been doing business for lots of years, 20 years. But on January 1st, I have to start all over again. The clock goes to zero and I have to start all over again. And I'm on this hamster wheel of transaction to transaction to transaction. I don't see how I could ever retire. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't. You can die and then you're retired. And so I know I'm talking in circles, Bobby, but there's so much to talk about. When we made the transition, we didn't make the transition in order to change companies. Like agents change companies all the time. They change 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They change. Our change was not just changing companies. Our change was positioning ourselves differently so that we can posture ourselves to actually make a difference in the problems of the industry. I can talk to a team leader. I can talk to a broker owner. I can talk to the individual agent. I can listen to hear what's bothering them. And I know now we're on a platform to change their whole everything. That's EXP. Now ask me how. So do you want to ask me how?
Well, this way you're using your gift instead of doing the legalese and running the behind the scenes. You're actually giving back, which I've heard you speak. I've heard Chuck speak. I've heard you both on stage together in Dallas, which it's amazing seeing y'all together, especially after years of working together. Seeing your relationship is amazing. But
so I got to tell you, Bobby, this is an inside thing. This is a personal thing. We are lovers of Christ, right? We're lovers of Christ. And I believe that our ministry has been our business. So I come from a servant heart standpoint, which is just my personal thing. But the practical, like living that out, what I'm trying to say to people out there, you're in the real estate industry. Most of the real estate industry is antiquated. It's lonely. It's lacking in resources. It's closed-minded, like don't steal my stuff or you're going to steal my clients. And when you make the shift from where you're at to possibly the EXP model, you are changing so many things. You're changing incentivization. I was just speaking literally right there in my cafe. There was a woman who was like, I don't understand. Here's what I hear about the real estate industry. It's cutthroat. Well, hell
Yeah.
yes, it is. Traditionally, it is. And we are independent contractors, so we are competing. That's just like normal competition. Normal competition is different than cutthroat. Cutthroat
Yeah.
and normal competition. Let's compare contrasted. In our industry, let's say I work at XYZ company and I'm a new agent or I'm a struggling agent and I'm trying to improve and I'm looking towards somebody to help me. I'm looking toward a producer or a team leader. There's a level of, and you can't help it, even if you're wired to be collaborative, you're wired to be giving, there's a level of, it's a limited market. There's these limitations. And I'm going to tell you some stuff. I'm going to try to help you, but I'm not going to really help you. I'm going to kind of keep my secret sauce to myself because it's competitive. And let's face it, I have my own personal value. And so therefore, I am not going to fully share with you. That's the traditional market, right? EXP
Absolutely.
has EXP has three things that changes the whole picture. If you're actually an open-minded, there's still jerks, everywhere. But
Yeah.
traditionally in EXP, there are three things that changes that whole concept. Number one, we are publicly traded. EXPI is not just real estate, it's all these other things. Research it for yourself. But if you're a stockholder and you're smart and you're like-minded, you're like, I really, really want Bobby to succeed or every single person in EXP to succeed because they're stronger, our company is stronger, and therefore we have the potential of stronger stock. Not a guarantee, a potential. That's that's
Mhm.
the that's that's the first level. Second level, icon agent status. At EXP, we have this status that says if you cap with us and then you close 20 more transactions, I'm simplifying it, you're icon agent status. And therefore, you can get your entire cap back in stock. But part of that, getting your entire cap back in stock, is the willingness to pour into the agent community through teaching, through mentorship, through all kinds of things. So if I am a baller producer at XYZ company, what's my incentivization to give back? Nothing. At EXP, I'm going to get part of my cap back. If
Yeah.
I take my knowledge and say, I'm going to freely give it to the community, by the way, we're in the metaverse. So freely give it means to everyone at EXP. If you don't know what metaverse is, call me up. I'll tell you what it is. It's not just I'm going to tell my secrets to 3 people. It's 85,000 people and growing. So I'm going to give my gifts. I'm going to give my knowledge. I'm going to tell you I'm this specialization. I'm going to give you all my material. We're incentivized to do that. Level 3, the sponsor mentality at EXP. EXP is a freaking fabulous company. But then you have groups within EXP. So who are you going to align yourself with? Because when you align yourself with EXP, you're aligning yourself with value. So I'm a new agent. I align myself with the right group at EXP. And people say, hey, do you like your company? Yeah, I like my company. Why should I join you? Normally, a new agent would be like, I don't know, no reason. But in our business, you're associated with this amazing group. And so therefore, this group's value, knowledge, pour into becomes your value. So what are we creating, Bobby? This entire company of collaborators, of people invested in each other, of people of pushing each other forward. I know I have a lot of words, but that is my favorite and most exciting part of EXP is that growth minded, push forward in the same, lock arms and move in the same forward like direction. That's my favorite part.
That is my absolute favorite. Just like me
Yeah.
reaching out to you today to get on here. I know you're very, very busy, but where else would I have access to somebody like yourself? that would get on here and do a video, and we have never met in person.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, but you hopped on, and it's been amazing having access to people like yourself. So again,
So
thank you.
you're welcome. So if there's anyone in your audience, let's talk to the new or struggling agent. The
Mhm.
new or struggling agent, um, it, I know how hard it is. My first 9 months, I met my husband the first day in real estate. My first 9 months in the business was horrible. It was a terrible experience because the reason why agents fail when you're new and struggling is because most brokerages, they don't tell you what to do. They say, take this little piece and this little piece and figure it out. It doesn't have to be that way. At EXP, we actually also have the vast resources to say to new and struggling agents and team leaders, anyone, to say, let's say you're approaching this one brokerage and you're like, I want to build my business here. And what do you have for me? They have like this, 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 this. I don't care what it is. It's four
Yeah.
things, five things. It's under a roof. And you're like, it either fits for you or it doesn't. The difference at our company is we get to say, who are you as an agent, a team leader, a broker owner, fill in the blank? Who are you and what lights you up and what do you want for your business? And so there's your strengths. There's, what you want. And here are my pain points, and this is where I want to go. Because we're one brokerage worldwide and we have all of these resources, if you're connected with the right group, you're able to say, this is who I am, and we can say, I can work from where you are and what your strengths are and what your pain points are, and let's custom make a path.
Yeah.
A local brokerage can't do that. They don't have the people, they don't have the resources, they don't have the training, they just don't have it. So if you're a hungry agent just saying, I'm lonely or I'm struggling or I'm stuck or I'm frustrated that my team members keep leaving, whatever it is, you need to start having conversations. It doesn't mean it's the right thing for you, but if you have conversations and have your mind open and say, I'm trying to accomplish this, this is what's in my way, let's be authentic,
Yeah.
we can have answers for you. You just have to reach out and be open-minded enough and stop closing. The new agents have no problem. You know what? The new struggling agents have no problem. They're flocking to EXP, and the open-minded producers are flocking to EXP. The people who are stumbled are the people who like, I just want to think the old way. Like if you're willing to think a new way for a second, it might be right for you. It might not be, but it might be. And that's why you should reach out.
And
If you're like, I'm just curious.
that's amazing that having such a booming business as you have, owning your own brokerage, that you were open-minded, because a lot of people, like I said, would never take a look.
Okay, wait, Bobby. I appreciate it sounds like we were so open-minded from the beginning. I'm not going to lie, Bobby. So my husband moved over to EXP in 2018 in January for a different reason. 2019, 2020. We started to move in February 2020. But I'm not going to lie. We ended up being open-minded, but we took 6 months of sleepless nights and prayer and back and forth and skepticism and questioning and like actually sometimes being anti the whole idea until we arrived at our decision. So I don't want anyone in your audience to think it's a quick decision. If you don't make it quick, then you're stupid. Like we agonized because we had 906 bodies of people we loved. Well, maybe we loved 900, but we had all these people that we loved who trusted us. And we were saying to ourselves, really? You're asking us to completely break down what we have built for 15 years to make this decision. It was agonizing.
I
So
couldn't imagine. It took me like 8 months as a solo agent.
it was hard. So I don't want to misrepresent that the process of, I have worked with people who have taken 2 years to make the decision. And I honor that, because
Oh yeah.
when you're in a mindset, when you're in a situation, I can't judge that. Like, you might be, I, I can't even fill in the blank. For us, though, I don't want to even pretend to the audience that we were like, EXP is the greatest. We'll shut down our $2 billion company. No, it was an agonizing process. But for us, I can speak to how profoundly it has blessed the lives of me, my husband, my agents who decided to come with us, and the agents who have decided since. So I hope I didn't give the wrong impression that it was that easy of a decision.
Oh no, I'm sure it,
Okay. Okay.
because like you said, you had over 900 people that you were
Yeah.
responsible for.
Hmm.
So yes,
Yeah.
I could only imagine. Actually,
So
I can't
just
even start to.
so honestly, just today, and I'm not going to lie at all, just today, it's almost not quite 3 years. It's going to get to 3 years. So I was over there in some booths. Used to be our real estate office. And one of the girls, I think it was maybe a year ago. So post move, right? But a girl that I had interviewed who's decided to trust us, she pulled me aside. And I do recruit a lot of people, and I have personal relationships with a lot of them, but I recruit a lot of people. So I don't always keep up with day to day what's going on with the people that I recruit. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. It's just the truth. This girl pulled me aside right over there, and she said, "You interviewed me, and then I came to an event, and I've never had the chance to tell you that it has changed my entire life, not just business wise, personal wise." She was sitting with some other agents that she's um, communicating with and like community with, and she made me cry. I was like, you don't know how you can affect people's lives by introducing them to an alternative to the traditional way real estate has been done. And I just got to, literally, Bobby, I just got to experience that this woman's life, financially, socially, uh, I don't even know what else because I didn't hear all the details, has completely changed because of our introduction to what we can do. It's fantastic.
I know that just has to warm your heart because you give
I,
back so much on
and
different.
I have like no feelings, and it almost made me cry. I'm not gonna lie. It was fantastic. It's like what God has put me on the earth to do.
And I want to tell you, I just ordered your book. I'm waiting for that to come in. Um, can you also tell about some of the groups that you
Yes, yes.
friendly?
So the first time I talked to you, there was not even as much. So if anyone is out there, I don't care what your stage in real estate is. My husband and I wrote a book, and it was a while ago, but it's very, very helpful. I will give it to anybody. If you want me to mail you a book, like if you like a hard copy of a book, it's called Mastering Your Real Estate Career, and I know for a fact by now, it accomplishes two things. One, it helps you to understand, what does work hard in real estate mean? And the second thing it really is helpful with is mindset, the mindset of success in the real estate realm, probably in life, not to be like too narrow. If you want me to send you that book, I mean, you can get it on Amazon. It's called Mastering Your Real Estate Career, Chuck and Angela Fazio. It's got a blue cover. If you want me to send it to you because you don't want to buy it, I am happy to mail it to you. If you like the audio book because you don't want to read it, you have to buy it on Amazon. I'll send that to people because I sincerely believe it can help you. And the second thing is if you're a woman in real estate or a woman entrepreneur, I have so many ways to help you connect and pour into real estate. Just whether it's you're trying to build something with your business, or you're trying to learn how to recruit. I don't even care if you're not with EXP. Like, Bobby knows that we're a team, like we're a group. You know, I want to help people in real estate. So no matter what, I'm easy to find. My name is Angela Fazio, Fazio. Reach out, Google me. It's easy to find my phone number, my email. I'm welcoming to you guys. We are the iconic power couple on Facebook and Instagram. We sincerely want to help. That is the heart and soul of what Bobby and I are doing as a group.
That is amazing. And thank you again so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Bobby.
I truly do appreciate your time and everything you do and all the ways you and Chuck give back to the community.
Thanks, Bobby.
All right. Well, until next time, thank you so much.
This is Honey Badger Nation,
where real estate agents from around the globe come together
to grow, collaborate,
and expand their business.
Where we take our individual fires and put them together and make one big fire.
This is the Honey Badger Nation.